Hi everybody, welcome to our digital kennel. I'm Charles Miller, GermanShepherdMan.com. Now some people called me and they were in California and they have a male and a female, really good quality, but they had an accidental breeding. Wow, it's hard to keep, when a female comes into heat, now their heat lasts 21 days, but they're in heat about 5 days, kind of in the middle of that 21-day heat cycle. When she's in heat, it's hard to keep the male and the female separated unless you really have a great setup. I mean, he's got to be locked away and he's going to drive you crazy. No kidding, during those 5-6 days of heat. Mama's receptive to the male during those 5 days. So anyway, they didn't do that. They didn't keep them apart properly. And during the heat, they tied up and got an accidental litter. And I helped them through the process. They were calling me and I was giving them advice. Hey, do this. Okay, now do this. How do you wean the puppies? Pop, 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 pop. You know, help them. But now the puppies were getting around 6-7 weeks old. And they called me and said, we want to keep this one. And I said, why? Well, he's so cute and he's so blah, 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 blah. And their emotions and their feelings, their first litter ever and all that stuff was going on. And I remember back in the mid-90s when I had bred a litter of puppies, I had no idea what I was doing and no internet to learn. And it was a huge mistake. So I went through okay, take your emotions and your feelings and just back them up. Number one, if you keep a male, there's a possibility that that son and that daddy down the road are going to kind of fuss and fight over, wait a minute now, I am the head male. Oh, no, Dad, you're too old. I'm the head male. Or the female, same thing. Two females fussing over who's the boss can be worse than two males fussing over who's the boss. I'm not kidding. Now, that's not going to happen every time, but there's a high probability of that happening, and I like to take that risk off the table. For instance, I have Sergeant and I have his son Major, but they don't get to just go out and play together because, you know, Sergeant doesn't like Major and Major's like, wait a minute now, don't bother me. You know, there are things. And sometimes I've had in the past a couple of females that can't get along. And I have to let this group out, put them up, and then let this group out because, you know, get along. If you keep that puppy from an accidental litter, you very likely could have some real problems 10, 12, 14, 16 months down the road. And I told them, cool your emotions, cool your feelings, don't do this. I know you want to, but don't do this. You're not experienced enough. And I'm not real sure if they kept the puppy or not. But don't do that. Also, a lot of times people go to pick up their puppy and the breeder hasn't sold all the puppies and the breeder talks them into, why don't you go ahead and take 2? No, don't take 2. Even if it's a male and a female, don't take 2. Gosh. We're going to do a whole nother video about feelings and emotions while they get in the way. Thank all of you from all of us. We're here at GermanShepherdMan.com. And if you want to know how to pick out a puppy, if you want to know how to raise your German Shepherd puppy, get my younger puppy training system. It's on the website, brand new website, GermanShepherdMan.com. Thank all of you from all of us. Again, Charles Miller, GermanShepherdMan.com.